Welcome back to another video on the 2018 Escalade. As you can see here, already got it up on jack stands and the head open because I'm going to show you what we're doing. I mean, this is why you're watching. You already know what we're doing because of the thumbnail. We have a new strut to install, driver's side, and some mirror lights. But we'll deal with this first, and I'll show you the culprit of why we think that is. We'll start with where it always parks. Oh, a little spill. What else we got? Oh, there's a fresh one right there. See it? And if you look, zoom up, boom. See it all covered in oil? It's a mineral oil. It's what it's supposed to be, from what I remember anyway. So it's pretty easy. Get it up on jack stands on the frame. I used the jack on the part of the A-arm right there. Got it up on the jack stands. Yeah, and then use those two bolts right there, and then 3 bolts up top, and then a wire harness. Pretty simple. You can keep the tire on if you want. I'm gonna try with the tire on just because I have a lock nut and I don't really want to mess with it. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal to get it off, but you shouldn't have to take it off, as it's pretty straightforward. The one thing we're probably gonna have to figure out is, because we're not gonna separate the ball joints, is we're gonna have to get the strut. Once we get the strut back in, bolted up top, or even like loosely bolted, it's gonna be longer. We're gonna have to kind of get it up and over, bolt it onto there. But we'll worry about that later. So for now, let's start at the top end. We'll get that plug unplugged. We'll get those 3 nuts off, and then we'll go do the bottom 2. I opted, the reason why I went this way is because A, it's Amazon special, it's a cheap one. Didn't buy the good brand name stuff that everyone says you should, and I'm sure you should if you're gonna pay someone to do it, because you're only paying labor once. Then if this, you know, craps the bed after 6 months, I'll fix it and buy another cheap one. It's cheaper than buying. This was $50, okay guys, from Amazon. And the reason is my buddy buys pallets from Amazon returns or overstock, something like that. So this was brand new in the box. It worked out that it came this way, and it's a full strut, right? It's not a spring, or it's just a strut where you have to separate the spring and use your old one, which I could have done. I have spring compressors, but this is the safest way. Spring compressors are fun. If you ever use them, you know what I mean. But so this should be straightforward. The fronts are the same for the ESVs and the standard Escalades. It's the rears that are going to be different. When we bought this 1.5 years ago, it came with brand new rears on it. The dealer installed them, so they're dealer GM specific ones. These 2 were replaced according to the Carfax like 60,000 kilometers ago, so one's already starting to leak. The safe was to replace them in pairs. We're going to do one at a time. There's no engine lights, or sorry, there's no lights or codes right now due to the suspension because of this leak, but over time, get enough fluid leaked out of it, she'll throw codes. But we're not going to worry about that because we're changing it first. Okay, enough rambling. Let's get those 3 off. We'll unclip that wire, which looks like, yeah, they didn't put it back in when they actually did the swap the first time. Looking at the new one, you can see the long side stays with the shock. So I went in here, I just grabbed the long side right here, went to the end, and you can see it's just a normal squeeze connector. Pull out the gray tab and like slide it out, push down, pops right off. There we go. They were a 19, actually I think more like an 18, but I don't know if they don't make an 18 or my set doesn't have one, but 19 fit. And you can see mine are all off, but a lot of this wire loom has these splits that go on top once you have the nut on. Mine were all disconnected, just keep that in mind. You're gonna have to pop those off to get the nuts off. You can see that one there, how it would twist over and be on top. Okay, simple as just going under, loosening those 2, and grabbing a pry bar and popping her out, in theory. I didn't have to get my step out because, you know, I'm 6'1", but when you have it lifted up, you're on the gut, you know, you don't want to scratch your pin. 15 mil, let her eat. There we go. Oh, see that clip is broken on top. So it's spinning. That one's good. Look how rusty that is. Okay, I'm gonna have to get something up there to hold that, some vice grips or something. This thing is turning out to be but my vice grips are all crap. So I'm gonna try this method. So they do come with new, whatever these are, nuts, I want to call it, but it doesn't come with new bolts. So I can't just cut this head off without, you know, trying to find another bolt to go to a junkyard and grab one. It'll be metric, and I won't have that in my stash, and I'm already starting to mess up these threads. Okay, we've got her loose. What I'm doing is I'm squeezing the base. The square part with pliers, it's not the easiest, it still wants to fight you, but now that I messed up the threads, it's trickier now too. Ow. When that happens. There we go. Okay, so that's how you have to do it. So now we grab our pry bar. You could probably hit it out with a hammer too. I just know what I'm going to pry on, so I might actually use a hammer. To pry it out this way, we got more room. You could probably use a hammer. I have to get one, but I'm being lazy. There we go. Just like that. Just pops it out. Hopefully I have it high enough to get this out. It gets to this point. Forcing. There we go. Huh. She oily and grease. Look at that. I know it's been leaking for about 10 to 15,000 kilometers. Caught it in the winter and did an oil change, but she finally gave out. As you can see, they're almost identical. Little taller on this one, I'm sure, because this one's a little beat up. Other than that, looks all the same. It does come with new nuts, but they're smaller. They're like a 15 mil. Probably match the bottoms, where the uppers were 18s or 19s. Well, 19s is what I use. These are the good ones. These are actually like locking ones that don't have nylon. If the other ones have nylon, we'll end up using these, because nylon's only good for once. I've used nylon nuts multiple times, reusable, they never came loose, but we'll try to keep it clean, you know what I mean? Now getting the new one's gonna be more fun, because you gotta try to line up these up top, and I don't know if they can go up any way as long as the bottom is, you know, this way, but we'll see. I never paid attention. It's like a 1/4 inch. I wonder if it's a little wider. I can try to go from the top now. Tired of fighting it, tire's coming off. Well, my impact got all the other normal lug nuts off, but look at this. Use your old shock and just pry it into the tire. Boom, comes right off. Which I should put the sticker. That's what I'm going with. Make sure you get the wire. Oh, hang on. Let's bring you in here. We'll try it anyway. You got to make sure the wire doesn't get pinched. So get that up in the hole. Hopefully it goes in the hole. Hard part's keeping it in. Oh, crushed my finger. That's fun. That's always fun. There we go. I'm not really showing much here. Pretty hard to show you. So make sure your wire's not buried before you're tightening nuts. Put it in locking mode. We're gonna go medium torque. Need a long one. Your boy's going chrome, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. It's the only 15 I had. I'm trying to give you guys an easy view here. It's only 15 deep I had. I had to go down to 3/8 inches. Next, we'll plug that in. Try to do this one-handed for you guys. There you go, clicked. Get all these back on. So I think this one We'll do that one there. That one there. Let's see. That one probably went there, but there's not enough slack for it to go anywhere. That one we'll just kind of leave nilly-willy. Doesn't have a clip on it. Okay, let's go underneath and see what kind of mess we have. Well, you know what? Not too bad. Not much for leveraging. You probably can push it up by hand, which we're going to try. Nope. We can get the jack underneath it and try to slide it over. I don't think we can get a pry bar. Let's see. Oh, might be able to. Right in the plastic pan here. There we go. Too far. So we're just hitting it with a hammer ever so slightly. Pry. There we go. I'm gonna clean the dirt out first, but here we are. Let's see what happens. These bolts are pretty gnarly shape, but we'll reuse them. Living life on the edge.
This moment that he knew, he fucked up.
That hurt my finger. So now that my nail's purple, got her lined up, I think. She's got pooch thread, so we're going to cut it off just below there. Lucky for us, it's still going to be long enough. We're going to reuse this old one because it's still good. Should clip right in. Let's not have to hammer back over now because we release this from its home. It's long enough, it's just fighting us. There we go. There we have it. She's in. As you can see, she's flush. Okay, let's get this tire back on. We'll lower it on the ground and we'll see if we have any suspension codes or anything. Got her back on the ground. I was like, oh, let's just check my catch can, oil catch can. Look how much is in there. Can you see? That's probably 1,500 kilometers, 2,000. Looks like pure oil to me. Get you a catch can. I have a video on it. Catches all the oil before it goes in your intake. Super simple. Amazon is like 90 bucks, super cheap. I'm gonna go dump that and then start it and see what happens. Let's see. Yeah, hood open. We notice. Rear access open. Tire monitor system. Yes. Okay. Nothing on the suspension. I do have the parking brake on, so shut that off. Parking brake released. We are good to go. I did notice when I tried to put the tire back on, like the suspension was a little more drooped. Again, brand new. It's got to get settled. And okay, I'm gonna shut this unit off. Now we're gonna do some light upgrades. These right here, we're gonna replace those with these right here, LED A1. They were sent to me. They're the same makers that made my front one. Sorry, the rear got from a different company because it had the light up badge. And the outside was red. We hit the brakes. This company didn't offer it before, but now they do. But we get the front badge on. He saw the video, sent me these to put on and try out. So let's get these changed out. So the kit comes with two lights. I already got the passenger side in because I wanted to do it and show you. They are labeled left and right. So the passenger side is right side, driver side is left side. It comes with a little screwdriver. You see how there's that crack right there? You get it up in there and there's a tab you have to, there we go. See how it just popped out there? Like that. Slide that off, you put the new one on. Double check polarity. If it's light outside, put something covering the light sensor. I put my hat on it, then hit lock and then unlock on your key fob, and these will turn on. I'll show you because we'll have to test to make sure the lights hook up the wires the right way. I don't have it pushed in, but you can see the light there. Hit unlock. See it there, it lit up. And to pop it back in place, just feed the wires back in. See how there's that little slidey tab there? You make sure that's in first. And then you line that up with that clip and you push in. And then see how it's pointed out this way? It'll light up the ground here. They had two different options for the Escalade, two different designs. They just sent me one automatically. It turned out pretty nice. I tested it when it was dark with just a 9-volt battery or drill battery. But yeah, it's that simple. Okay, it's just dark outside. Well, hopefully it's dark enough. Let's see if how these lights look for you guys. Not too bad. The angle's different. I didn't think it'd be that much of an angle. But yeah, there you go. Okay, it's the next day. That's why it's a little brighter. I'm gonna interject here. So you can turn the lights. As you guys can tell, I've kind of turned them already, but you can see that it's kind of faced the wrong way. So you just grab the light, see how it sticks out there, and just turn it to where you want it to be, like that. Back to the video. They have it in black, or they have it in chrome, or they have it in white, or they have it in color, like the stock badge. And then the rear badge they do offer now, where they didn't before. So if I go and touch the brakes, the white outer ring will turn red. I have a video on that, installing that. I also put LEDs in here, and I have a video installing this, what fuse to tie into. But so yeah, there's the video on doing the driver strut. Passenger side the same. Take the tire off, it makes it easier. I've seen people do without it. Take it off. Don't hit your finger. My middle finger is bruised. I don't want to show it too much, but so you know, that's fun. I'm gonna get new bolts. So what you can do is, mine were rusty anyway. I'm just gonna get bolts and nuts and washers, because in the future it's gonna be easier to take them off anyway with a wrench. So just going forward, get some proper bolts, longer bolts, and some nuts. That'll fit that. What else? Like I said, get if you want some cool lights, accent lighting, hit them up. I'll put their link in the description of where to get it, their website. Like I said, they offer the front and rear badging now and the side lights. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.